More Outnumbered in just a moment, but first, let's check in with Jenna Lee for what's coming up in the second hour of Happening Now. Hey, Jenna.
Hi there, Harris. Next hour, presidential candidate Scott Walker rolled out a new health care plan earlier today in Minnesota, one that will do away with Obamacare. Walker also introducing a tougher stance on immigration, drawing some striking similarities to Donald Trump. Can these moves get him more traction? We're going to be asking that. Also, Senator Marco Rubio taking to the soapbox today at the Iowa State Fair with the hope of breaking out of the pack. Iowa is the first caucus state for 2016, making the Iowa State Fair, as you know, an important platform for all presidential candidates. And John Hilsenrath of the Wall Street Journal is here to discuss his story, his front page story today, on how the U.S. would handle a recession. Does the United States have the tools we need to fight if the time comes? We're going to talk about that top of the hour, Harris.
Wow, that's interesting. Thank you. We'll see you then.
Parents are hitting the stores as kids are heading back to school. And those shopping lists are doing a number on many bank accounts, including mine. Check out the average cost compared to 2007. Elementary school student supplies run about $650, up nearly $300 from 8 years ago. It's up more than $400 for middle school students. And if you have a high school student, get ready to shell out more than $1,400. The cost is skyrocketing for several reasons, including the recession, forcing some school districts to impose or increase pay-to-play. Music fees with the price of instrument rentals also going up. Students needing more sophisticated and expensive supplies like calculators and thumb drives. And high school students taking more expensive college admission tests. So let me hear it from you.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of those.
I know, because you and I both are going to be hitting the stores here. I'm starting.
Well, you have 55 children.
I have 55. Yeah, it's going to be a little harder for me next week.
Oh, you have 7.
I know, it's crazy.
Amazing.
Only 6 in school. Only 6 in school. By the way, do you think those costs are accurate? Because I think they're a little high compared to Midwest.
Well,
is that in New York?
Say Big
First of
Lots,
all, I
Ocean
buy
State
my
Job
school
Lot.
supplies in the middle of July.
Wow.
Nobody's thinking about it. I cull all my coupons together, and I try to get the list, you know, because my kids are going in first and third grade. And I try to check off that list that's online.
What is it, dollar store, or where are you going?
You know, I'll do a conglomerate of them, whatever I have coupons for, and I really try to shop with
Just
nobody
go to
shopping.
Ocean State Job Lot or Big Lots, and they get them for like a dime.
On Outnumbered.
I do like my own school supplies for myself,
You're
too.
scaring me.
Okay, she knows all the details.
But is this, are we getting around, I mean, like, we pay taxes, Sandra. Why are we having to pay this much more?
Seriously, it's unbelievable that we can't share crayons or something like that in the classroom. Everybody's got to have their own everything. I imagine that becomes a mounting expense for a lot of families, because right now, as the numbers pan out, if you're a family with an income of $30,000 in the United States right now, about 10% of your income is going to, if you've got 3 kids, 10% of your income is going to school supplies. But you're factoring in field trip costs, music, instrument rentals, sports are very expensive. So we're not just talking about the erasers and the
Well, the pay to play, I looked at Andrea. I'm not as familiar with that.
That's happening now. In fact, you know,
what are you paying for?
You're paying to play the sport. It used to be included back when we were kids.
Not just the uniform.
Well, it's more school district. I mean, a lot of school districts are facing budgetary issues.
But why?
Right?
They're collecting more taxes than on record than ever.
And so now it's falling on the parents. But everything's more expensive. I mean, when I watch you, Sandra, in the mornings, you talk about the cost of just about everything going up.
Except wages, and that's the problem, right? In the economy, families are making the same amount they were 7 years ago, while the cost we're seeing of school supplies is going up exponentially. So here we're having to shell out all this extra money, and we're not earning that extra money because of the slow economy. Those wages have been stagnant. But some of us don't buy the fancy supplies, like Andrea has detailed that she actually always had a trapper keeper in school.
Okay, I was excited about 3 things. My first day of school outfit, seeing all the boys, and my trapper keeper. And it took time to select the right one, and I always wanted to get the right one, and my pencil box, and I had a set of smelly markers. Remember those rainbow smelly markers? And I would spend hours organizing my pencil box, and I would have my markers in rainbow order.
That's a lot of information, isn't it, Senator?
But kids aren't just buying, they're not just buying markers.
Wait a minute,
they're buying Kleenex
supplies over there.
By the way, I got a note from my sister when we teased the segment coming up, Andrea. She is a school teacher in Illinois, in the Midwest, and she said it's unbelievable how much the cost of school supplies are going up, and a lot of parents are talking about it because it's a real cost.
Yeah, my daughter's at Cornell Vet School right now, and it's $1,500 between books, stethoscopes, uniforms, the whole 9 yards. And she actually has to pay at Cornell Vet School, and I'm not quite sure why, about $500 to park her car. Oh. So really?
Wow.
What is going on? I mean, they only make, you know, what are they, tuitions like $50, and then you have room and board, and then they have to charge for parking? Really? I mean, it's just getting unbelievable.
I had a bike.
I did too.
How happy are you in your marriage? Well, actually, it may come down to politics. A new study shows which political party has couples who are less likely to get divorced.
Loving you well.